protein this, fasting that, 10,000 steps, cold plunges, seed oils. Don't eat at this time. If the sheer volume of health advice have left you dazed, confused, and doing nothing because you can't decide where to begin, today's episode is going to make you feel like someone finally turned down the noise and help you begin to find and cultivate clarity. You're listening to the Real Longevity Podcast, your number one podcast resource for living a longer life. Here we discuss topics on personal fitness, longevity, and real lasting elevation of mind, body, and spirit. Join us as we build a community of healthy men and women enjoying lasting levels of real health and vitality. If you're currently feeling frustrated with pain, flat, or fed up with aging faster than you actually are, you're invited to join us each and every week here on the Real Longevity Podcast. Welcome to the Real Longevity family and get ready to live a life you truly love. Welcome to the Real Longevity Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Hendricks, and today we have another outstanding, informative, and elevating show for you. I'd like to welcome all first-time listeners to the podcast. Welcome, so happy to have you here. And please be sure to stay to the end of the show, where I'll be sharing all my connection links where you can connect with me and the growing Real Longevity podcast community. Thank you. So blessed and privileged to have you lend me your ear again. Got another great show that you're going to really enjoy and inspire you moving forward as you continue on your fitness and your well-being and your health journey. Today isn't about specific food. It's not about a specific exercise or routine that you need to follow. It's about the thing that stops most people over 45 before they've even done anything, and that's decision fatigue. You may have heard of that term before. That paralysis that comes from just too much information. And I've said this many times before. We live in a world where we have so much information. Information is not the issue. We can find out anything at any given time at the tip of our fingers. That's not the issue, sourcing information. It's actually what we do with the information that we have access to. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Dodge decision fatigue. Why you feel stuck before you've even started. Dodge decision fatigue. Why you feel stuck before you even start. And this is a clarity pillar that we go through the very first stage of the core build accelerator system. And it's where every real change actually takes place, because for a lot of people, the myth is that if you just had more information, you'd finally act. You get more sources of information, you find out exactly what you need to do regarding your diet, exactly what you need to do regarding exercise, exactly what you need to do regarding rest. So the tendency, and you may have noticed this with yourself, is that you consume more. You consume more podcasts, you read more articles, more contradictory information from the experts. One expert says go left, the other says go right. One expert says do this, the other expert says do that. But more information hasn't made you healthier. And I know this is a real issue for many people that I speak, especially over the age of 45. They've got a wealth of experience from life. They may have tried different diets. They may try different routine, different exercise plans, different environments, different times of day. But what's it just led to is that sense and that feeling of just more overwhelmed. They just feel overwhelmed, just not sure exactly what to do. Because the problem was never a lack of information. It's about that clear next step. And this is why we start off with clarity. What's the end game? We get clear on what's really going to work for the individual. Because here's what's actually happening. When you're faced with dozens of competing opinions, competing options, and no one clear priority, the brain does the most natural thing in the world. It just does the other thing. You've heard that saying, a confused mind says no. This is why we always talk about getting clear. Psychologists call it decision paralysis. In the wellness and modern fitness industry, we can argue manufacture it by a truckload. We are brilliant at giving people information, the fitness and well-being space. Every week, something new, something compelling, something interesting comes out. And then gives you that information, tells you should be doing this or you're not doing that and you're wrong in this area of your life and you're not doing this, optimizing in this area of your life. But then at the back of that, telling you that you're not doing this, sells you a cure. Because for the most part, confusion is profitable. Now, I have to caveat and be fully honest and transparent with you here, because you may think, well, are you doing the same, Mike? Well, to a degree, I have to agree with you if that's what you're thinking. Yes, I share information with you and insights that I'm confident that will inspire you into taking action, which may mean that you are investing in one of my services or products. But the goal, and my goal, is always and always will be to help you get clear on the next step, never to confuse. So when I'm asking you to tune back here to the Real Longevity podcast, or watch any of my YouTube videos, or listen to any of the things that I share with you, it's hopefully to get you to understand yourself better so you can make better decisions for you moving forward. So you get clear what is right for you, not what the next person says, what the next expert says, is so you can cut the confusion, you can dodge that decision fatigue because you're not sure what to do, and you understand, right, this is what is going to work best for me right now on my journey, and let me take the next decision. Because the antidote is almost embarrassingly simple, and this is what I like, to make things simple for you so you can actually implement that information. As I said, the world is full of information, but it's woefully low on wisdom. And what is wisdom? In my opinion, wisdom is knowledge plus experience plus know-how. So I'm sharing information to give you insights, inspire interaction, so you can apply that. And once you apply something, you get know-how. And that's what we're asking you to think about and consider to dodge that decision fatigue. And that is the antidote. It's simple. It's just step-by-step simple guidance. So it's what is to do that one thing next. What's the next best thing for you to do? So I'm confident when you listen to the information I share, that's hopefully getting you in a position where you can say, right, the next best decision for me is to do this. The next best decision for me is to go left. The next best decision for me is to go right. You can make that decision confidently because you know what's best for you. When someone removes that burden of, air quotes, figuring it out, it allows you to move forward with confidence. And that's what we're working to do. With a simple plan that tells you the next action, the paralysis lifts and then you move. You can make that decision moving forward. Now, why is that important? It matters because at this stage, it may feel for you that the stakes feel a little bit higher and the noise gets louder. Anxiety around the next decision. You might feel there's bigger consequence if you make the wrong next decision. And it's easy to conclude that the health that you're looking to improve, your wellness that you're looking to improve, it can be overcomplicated, can be difficult. But I'm here to remind you that it isn't complicated. It's just been made to look that way because I said all that information that you've got access to can convolute the situation, your situation, make you feel a little bit more confused. This is what your reminder today, to realize it's to take responsibility for one small next step and the whole thing becomes a lot clearer. So this is what I'm inviting you to consider this week to, if you like, apply the antidote to any overwhelm that you may be experiencing when you're moving forward and you want to make the next step. to get back to feeling looking your best, performing with confidence, feeling that you're not accelerating towards overaging. This is what I want you to consider. So number one, stop consuming new health information this week. I know that might sound contradictory because you're tuning here, listening to the Real Longevity podcast. But if you are someone who's listening to the next podcast and listening to this YouTube video, you're watching that YouTube video, you're reading this magazine, you're looking at this article, and you're still in a position right now as you listen to this, not feeling your optimum best, not looking up to best, you're not confident with the way your body's moving, you're experiencing lots of pain, discomfort, stop consuming more information. I want you to fast away from it. Second thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick one single small action and do only that. So what is that one action that you can do that's going to help elevate, increase, enhance your well-being this week? It could be doing something as simple as a 5-minute meditation. It could be something as simple as doing a 10-minute walk each and every day. You choose that one thing. It could be cutting something out in terms of your diet that you know you shouldn't really be consuming on a regular basis. Pick that one thing and then just do it. Number 3, you're going to master it before you add in anything else in. So if it is to cut out that food, can you go 7-10 days without having that food that you should be eating, or modifying your diet in a particular way? If it is going for that 10-minute walk, can you do that consistently for the next 7 to 10 days? Master that one thing before you think about doing anything else. We're just stripping it right back and keeping it super simple. And then the next thing, number 4, when you want a full path, you're going to follow one coach or one simple framework rather than assembling advice for 20, 30 different sources. Now, that could be someone that you've resonated with on YouTube. It could be someone who you've listened to on a particular podcast. It could be myself, Coach Mike Hendricks, here that you're listening to, and joining our next Core Build Accelerator system. Pick one person, pick one pathway, pick one framework, and look to follow that one thing. Stop trying to pick different things from different people, because that's where the confusion arises, and then you get that decision fatigue because you're not sure what to do. Clarity beats completeness every single time. When you're clear in your mind, you know exactly what you're doing, who you're following, what you're doing, step by step, the path becomes much, much clearer. So they're the 4 things I'm going to invite you to consider doing this week so you can avoid that decision fatigue. You can dodge that decision fatigue. So let's just quickly recap on what we're asking you to consider here to, as I say, dodge that decision fatigue and find yourself in a position where you're not getting stuck and you don't feel stuck even before you've started. The reality is you're not stuck because you lack information. You're stuck because you have too much and you're not clear on the next step, which is right for you. The simple fix, it's sequential guidance. One action mastered, then the next. Clarity is the beginning of everything. So I want you to just think about that. What can you, if you like, unlearn, right? I don't need to learn this. I don't need to know about that. What's the next step? Think of that one next step, master that one step, move on to it. It's really as simple as that. If you want to get yourself in a position where you're finding freedom through fitness, you're enjoying more all-day energy, you're feeling more confident in your body's physical capacity, you have trust in your body again, minimizing pain, moving through your environment confidently, that's simply the step. Get clear, identify what it is that you need to do, that one next step, master that, move on to the next. And this is why I built the 7-day reset roadmap, my Core Build Accelerator system, and a real rejuvenation. That's the process that we start with. First and foremost is getting clear. No overwhelm, just one clear step, day by day. Now, if you want to download the 7-day reset roadmap, there's a link around here. It's completely free. and it's going to help you just clear out the noise so you know exactly what to do. And if you want me to take you through a clear path, step by step, why do you consider joining us on our Core Build Accelerator system? Next cohort is starting on the 2nd of September. Cohort is filling up, and there's still a few places left. And I'm inviting you to join us so you can get on the road to finding freedom through fitness and getting yourself in the next 6 weeks, building back a strong, energized, pain-free body that you know you deserve. If you want more information about that, again, all the details will be in the show notes. So you can email me directly. Again, you can find my email down in the show notes. All right, that's it for today, my friends. I trust you found today's episode insightful, uplifting, and informative. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think you're going to do to dodge that decision fatigue. I'd love to hear how you're moving forward on your fitness and well-being journey. Okay, until next time, remember, be well, be wise, be cool, be calm, and keep it real. Blessings and chi. Peace.